What is a whole tone scale? A whole tone scale. Now that does sound interesting. We're used to major scales, you may even be used to minor scales. But a whole tone scale is a little bit different because, like a chromatic scale, it's neither major nor minor. A whole tone scale. Now we know what the word tone means. It means a sound. And we know that music is made up of sounds. So in a way, every scale that we've learnt is a tone scale. It has tones included as part of the scale. But no other scale has whole tones all the way through it. And as a result, no other scale sounds like the whole tone scale. Let's take a look at the piano. So when we look at our regular good old C major scale, we can see a whole range of tones or sounds laid out in front of us. But in music, a tone is the distance between this C and this D. That's called a tone because it's a whole step. A half step would be to this note in the middle. That would be a semitone. Tone and a semitone. So if you look at a C major scale, well, that's made up of a tone, another tone, and then a semitone. See that? It's a semitone. Then a tone, then a tone, then a tone, and then at the end, another semitone. So that is made up of notes, sounds. It does include some whole tones, but it also includes some some semitones. Now, a whole tone scale only has whole tones or whole steps. So a C whole tone scale would sound like this. Now that is quite an unusual sound because it's neither major nor minor. And as a result, is used quite a lot in old films particularly to create a sense of being not lost or a bit kind of not tied down to anything, because you're not tied down to a major or a minor. So if you imagine, for example, Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz and the tornadoes coming, can you imagine that they might make music that sounds a bit like this? It's a bit kind of, I don't know, dizzying. That's a dizzying effect. Now, I'm not sure they use that music in that particular scene, but if you imagine that sort of sound, neither major or minor, it kind of creates that funny feeling. Creates a strange, spacey kind of sound. That's the effect of a whole tone scale. Now, you can use it in contemporary pop music, you can use it in classical music, you can use it in jazz. One of the most common, or rather most well-known songs I think that you may hear a whole tone scale in is in the introduction to a very famous song by the amazing songwriter and keys player Stevie Wonder. He has a song called Sunshine of My Life, and he harmonises. In other words, he plays two of the notes at the same time. This sort of idea at the beginning of his intro. Let me show you. You hear that? There it is. A whole tone scale harmonised, played in pairs really, harmonised with another note from the whole tone scale. So you can use it for all sorts of stuff, but a whole tone scale, going back to my piano sound here, you really do need that sound for a Stevie Wonder song. But let's go back to our piano sound, whole tone. Every step is a whole tone above its previous one. Whole tones, whole tone scale. Easy. Keep working hard.